Hey everybody, this is Dave Cooper and we are in West Islip, New York at Good Samaritan Hospital, and today we are doing a modular set which is an addition to the emergency room. Is that correct, John?
That is correct.
So we are here with John Bongiorno from Axis Construction, and we are also here with MODLOGIQ, who is the manufacturer of the modules, correct?
That is correct. Yep.
John, walk us through a little bit about our surrounding areas and where we are right now.
Yeah, sure. So Good Samaritan Hospital, we're in West Islip, New York, as Dave mentioned. And right now we're at the back of the hospital, which we're surrounded right now by the ER, the existing ER facility. What we're doing now is we're adding on approximately a 7,000 square foot addition, pediatric addition. It'll provide them with 12 additional exam rooms. We'll be setting, we just set the first module now, we'll be lifting another one shortly. There's a total of 16 modules that we'll be setting over the 2 days, 8 today, 8 tomorrow. And then we'll be able to make the connection into the building, which will go right into the existing ER facility, make that penetration, and then they'll have the full flow of traffic coming into the pediatric ED.
So how long has this whole project been in process? I mean, this is a lot of planning to do something like this.
It was. Initially, the initial thought was hatched for this addition probably a good year and a half ago. Through some design and submitting for their CON approval up in Albany. By the time they got that approval to start the real process, we were finally kicked off on the project last about August maybe.
Right.
Went through full design at that point, finished up design, got our state approval for the modular building, started fabrication around Christmas, started the site work and the foundation, because the foundation is all new. This was a parking lot here. Had to put in all new detention systems, drainage. We started this work around March 1st.
Okay.
And here we are today, landing the modules, and by the end of tomorrow, we should have a 7,000 square foot building.
Right. Well, look at it. It's a beautiful day to set modules, right?
Excellent day.
It was looking like rain earlier in the week, didn't it?
We got very lucky with the weather.
So, I don't know, David, if you could show, can you see we have one module set back here. So if you could just show that set, that would be great. And then also, so that's only one of the 8. So there's 7 more modules we're going to get on this foundation today, right?
That's correct, Dave.
Right. I love it. Well, why don't we take a walk over and show everybody where these other modules are?
Yeah, sure.
So, Dave, if you want to go right in front here, and we got to keep our distance, right? Because we're playing it safe.
We have to do full protocol, keep it 6 foot right now. So we're pretty lucky. This site is wide open for us. Usually we're not this lucky where we have this much room to stage equipment, get everything set up in advance.
Right.
So with the hospital having all the parking here, we were able to basically cordon off parking as of Sunday to make sure no cars were parked here.
Right.
Which made it very easy last night to bring in the 8 modules. You'll see that shortly. And well, it's important that we have the staging area like this. It just makes things a lot safer, quicker.
How you doing, fellas?
For us.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, this is a huge staging area, which is great. Now, these 8 modules came in, after midnight last night, right?
Yeah, so they crossed the bridge about 11:30 last night, and they landed here about 2 a.m.
Okay.
So we got them all
Let's take a walk over here, and maybe you can tell us a little bit about the construction of these.
Yeah, so full non-combustible, 2-hour rating. You'll see the fire spray, but these buildings, it was all built together in MODLOGIQ's plant.
Yeah.
And just last week, we started to dismantle, wrap them.
Right.
You'll see these are unwrapped already, ready to get everything ready to set.
David, let's look at this real quick. So, and then we'll pan around to the other side. Now this came down the highway with the brickstone already on it.
That is correct.
Just like it is. And this is all steel frame construction.
It is.
It is, right? And if we pan over here, David, I mean, this is for a hospital. Look at the systems that are already in place.
Yeah, so we have everything is in place already. You see the duct work, the electrical work, We've got our domestic water, we have our sprinkler, we have our med gases in already.
Right.
So everything has already been put together, tested, all air tested in the factory, certified, taken apart. We'll put it all back together and then retest and recertify everything here. But everything is out to a high level of finish. The wall protection is in. We have it out to the first coat of finished paint. Ceiling grid is in, so we could lay in our diffusers, our lighting. But again, you'll see the detail that everything is brought out to, and it's not quite plug and play, but everything is matched up perfectly.
Sure.
So when we set the modules and we put everything back together, it's already fit tight.
Right. So if you're out there watching, we're doing a set here at Good Samaritan Hospital in Long Island. Pediatric clinic's going in. Apologize if you can hear the delay or hear the wind on our mics. We'll try and cover it a little bit when we talk so we can block it. So John, is this concrete floors?
Yeah, so what we have here, it's a poured, it's a 5-inch pour.
5-inch pour.
So it's a monolithic pour. So basically the way that we do this is the modules are 3-dimensional.
Right.
And they're made as the building, and the building sits as a steel frame inside of the plant. They then come in and do a monolithic pour. In this case, it was a 5-inch floor to get the ratings that we needed. And then from there, you build up, just as if it was normal construction. This was a building built inside of a building.
Right. And so this whole unit was actually put together in the manufacturing plant prior to it coming out. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, this was a completed building. You were able to walk through it, touch it, feel it, see it, do whatever you wanted to, make changes if they wanted to. And again, everything is very tightly finished and fit. So wherever you'll see here.
Oh, they got the vinyl down?
Yeah, in certain rooms, wherever we're within the footprint of a module and 4 walls, we do all the flooring.
Yeah.
And again, we work that out ahead of time with design to try and capture as much, particularly the toilet rooms, to be done with inside of a module so that all the ceramic, all your fixtures are done. So later on when we walk through this afternoon, I'll be able to show you the level of finish that the bathrooms and some of the lab areas are brought out to. The flooring is in. Later on when you see some of the exam rooms being set, you'll see that they're done. All your med gas is in, your head wall systems are in, emergency power outlets. Painted.
All in.
Flooring is in, the glass doors partitioning into each one. So so very complete building. We bring it out to about 85+% complete, and then we'll finish it here.
85% complete. That means that the hospital's up and running much faster. They're serving patients, especially today's day and age. You know, there's an overflow of that. I mean, this is great, and it's well needed. So we have 2 modules here. We have one over there. Can you show the set in the background, David? Look at that crane going up there. Hopefully I'm not talking too loud. And then David, show them over there. We have the other modules all staged on that side, getting ready to get unwrapped and get set at some point today. And what I'm thinking, John, is you know, we're going to come back at 4 o'clock and we're going to do a little bit of a walkthrough on what was done, which I think is going to be great.
Hopefully by about 3 o'clock we'll have all 8 modules set. Certainly by 4 we should. We'll be able to walk you through the building a little bit. I'll get you in there so you can take a look at the level of finish and the detail that we bring this out to. And again, a lot of that has to do with MODLOGIQ. The way that they build together in their plant. We've done other projects where we actually built a 3-story dorm as a 3-story building in their factory. That was about a 30,000 square foot building that we did last year with them. So it's a system that they use. It works out really well, helps us get a very high level of finish. And again, like you mentioned earlier, it just speeds things up. So right now, you know, the hospital, in light of what's been going on in the world these days, you know, we've been asked to expedite this schedule a bit. So we moved up the shipment of the building. About 3 weeks. We were originally scheduled to deliver this and set it mid-May. And so you see we're here about 3 weeks earlier. And now what we're going to do is expedite the schedule to finish it to get them these 12 rooms, and,
Right.
and if everything goes well and we get the proper DOH inspections, hopefully patients are in here by the end of June now.
Sure. I mean, that's fast. Let's walk over here, David, so we can get a little closer look, and you maybe can explain what the guys on site are doing for us here. Yeah, we're gonna a little bit of a mud mess here. You want to hop on my back, John? I'll carry you through.
It's fine. I'm used to this. No problem.
So
what we've got, what you're going to see here is, we've got the rigging going on right now.
Right.
And they're just getting the first module set, and this is the most important one that gets set because everything feeds off of this module.
Right.
So that's why they're taking some extra time making sure that it's lined up perfectly. So all those guys there that you see huddled around looking like they're doing nothing right now,
Right.
they're all the rigging crew. They all have their little job to do when the modules are flying before and after.
Right.
So they'll eventually start working a little bit. It kind of kills me to see them standing doing nothing.
Well, you know what? We're still hooked up. I mean, these modules, like you said, I mean, they can be 50, 60,000 plus pounds each.
Yeah, so right now, most of the modules on this project are roughly about 50,000 pounds. We have a couple of the end units, the bigger ones are approaching 70,000 pounds.
Okay.
So, and again, a lot of that weight is due to the precast brick that we have on the building, and also the 2-hour fire spray.
Sure.
Very heavy. The 5-inch pour doesn't help, so this is a heavier than normal building.
Right. Yeah. It is. I mean, and this is typical. I've been in modular a long time. This commercial stuff, I mean, if we look at the concrete, footer walls here, the concrete piers, I mean, these piers don't have wood sill plates. They have steel plates on them.
Yeah, so the foundation, the reason why you see this is a grade beam system. The water table is only about 2 foot, 3 foot below us.
Right, because I mean the sound's just right there.
It's
Long
right
Island Sound's
on the other side of the property.
Yeah.
So what happened here was, originally the plan was to go with a pile foundation, but when we started drilling the piles a couple weeks ago, they were just going in. And we were getting down to 85, 90, 100 feet without any torque.
Yeah.
Quickly had to come up with a new plan, and the design team was great. They jumped right on it and came up with in effect a floating slab.
Sure.
So we moved away from the pile system, and now this is a floating slab that then what you see here, which looks like a typical foundation wall, is actually a grade beam system.
Sure.
Everything is waterproofed underneath, and then these piers are sitting basically on the grid.
So basically what you have, if you were to pull this slab up, is a grid system under here. Is that right? And a monolithic pour, the slab on top of it. And that's kind of the whole grade beam that runs under this, I guess, kind of to explain what you're saying. So right now what we have, John, we have a couple crews here, right? So we have guys from Axis Construction, probably guys from MODLOGIQ here. They're coming.
Yep.
And we have a rigging crew. We got the crane crew.
Yes, we do.
Who else do we have here that does this?
Yeah, so with Axis, we've got our project manager, our superintendent. Our owner is here somewhere also. He loves to come and see these. So from Axis, you've got myself, superintendent, assistant project manager, and project manager.
Sure.
We have the rigging crew. He's got a crew of about 12 here. So some of them are rigging, the rest are getting the other modules prepared to go.
Right.
We also have our laborers here for traffic control and safety and cleanup. So as soon as things are discarded, we pick it right up, keep the site clean and safe. We've got the crane crew. They've got the oiler and the operator. We've got folks from the hospital here that are loving this and having some fun with it. So altogether we've probably got about 25, 30 people here today.
Right. And Good Samaritan's a big believer in this type of construction, right?
Yeah, they absolutely were a fan of this. They had come out last year and had seen a dormitory project that we did at Malloy College not too far from here. And they're like, we're doing that. Yep. We are definitely doing these kind of buildings.
Right.
And this project just fell right into place. The timing was perfect, and it wasn't even a sell. Yeah. They told us this is what they wanted to do.
I love it.
Yeah. So
I love it. I mean, it's becoming the way forward these days. Off-site construction, modular construction, volumetric, and it's great to see like Good Samaritan Hospital and people. I mean, using the technology, like you said. I mean, you've been doing this a long time, and this isn't your first hospital project, right?
No, we specialize in healthcare construction. I started with Axis a little over 21 years ago.
Right.
So it's been a good, easy transition for me
Sure.
to just get off-site construction into healthcare. You know, our whole infrastructure is in place with the company.
Okay.
With estimating, project management,
Right.
back office staff.
Right, right.
And it just was an easy transition.
Yeah.
So Northwell Health is a big client of ours,
Sure.
and we've done MRI buildings, CT scans, Winthrop University Hospital, radiation LINAC building
Right.
for them, New York City Health and Hospitals.
Stay focused here,
big,
Dave.
Big believer
Yeah.
and user in Modular. We've done 3 projects for them, and every time it went from a smaller 5,000 square foot building to
Right.
then a 13,000 square foot to a 28,000 square foot building we
Right.
finished a couple years ago for them in Staten Island, a 2-story building. So yeah, all healthcare. Another system here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to watch every once in a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
Just make sure
Why
we
don't
get
Why don't
something
we step
overhead.
back, David? We can stand over here and we can have the camera, and that way you can just hold it steady and focus that in the background.
How you
We'll
doing,
get out of
Joe?
the way here.
How are you? Good.
So,
Yeah, but we, you know, again, we do
that
specialize
way we don't
in
make people
healthcare.
dizzy and sick moving the camera around too much. You know? So, all
But
right.
we also do other work, dormitory, office buildings,
Okay.
just about everything but residential.
Everything but residential?
Yeah.
All right, so here's what's going on now. David, you have that in the background, right? And you don't have to move the camera. So the crane now is getting ready to move this other piece into place. So I'm assuming that the riggers are working their way over there. They're going to get their cables hooked up for their pick,
That's correct.
right? They're going to hook it to the top of the beam. What was it on that? I wasn't even paying attention. I think it was 6 points on this
That
beam.
was a 6-point
Yep.
pick. I think this one might wind up being an 8-point pick.
Okay.
I know we've got most 6s and some are 8s.
Yeah, okay.
So it really depends on the weight and,
Right,
and
right.
how to just balance it.
Sure, sure. Well, listen, since we got an audience here, while we're waiting on that, we are live on location in Islip, West Islip, New York, at Good Samaritan Hospital. And I'm staying with John Borgiorno. I'm going to get that right before this is over. And listen, we're doing the pediatric edition for this hospital. We are right outside the back of the emergency room. We have all these people here trying to get these in place. It's 8 modules. So if you're watching this and you have any questions, we're not going to be able to answer them live in the field, but put them in the comments, because we can go into the comments and we can start answering questions. If we're making you dizzy with our camera work, put it in the comments. This is live. We're running around and trying to show you everything. But I think we'll stay live for a few more minutes here, and maybe we can get the see what they're going to do and pick
get that
it.
one up in the air
Yeah.
pretty quick. Everything seems to be going well so far.
Right.
So can't complain. The weather again is perfect. I think later on we've got a flyby of the Blue Angels coming over.
Come on, all right, just for us?
Just for us.
Hey,
That's
all right,
special
listen.
for
What
you.
time is that at?
12:40.
All right, at 12:40. Hold on. Yes. All right, we're going to go live early for building modular. I think we're going to do it today. But if I heard you right, you just said the Blue Angels are flying over just for this.
Wow.
I know. And in support of all the rescue workers and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I know,
they're
but it's
coming
fun
down
to
through
say
the-
us.
Exactly. It's just for us.
It's just for us. The heck. I mean,
So
that's
that
really
should be
cool.
good. So yeah, the weather is great today. It was a little touchy yesterday, as you know.
Right.
But now, perfect days today and tomorrow. We should have this up, no problem.
Yeah. Well, and so everybody knows, we are near the hospital here. We got to film with the masks on. We're keeping the protection. We're trying to keep our arm distance apart, but John and I, we like each other, so it's hard. I think.
Yeah, it's tough. It's full protocol right now.
It is full protocol.
We don't have a choice. We did shut the job down for about a week and a half.
Did you?
A few weeks ago, just to institute some new procedures, protocols that had to be put in place, get that organized. We have additional hand washing stations, sanitizers. We have our labor crew come in and disinfect.
Right, right.
Equipment at the end of the day is sprayed down. So it's a different world right now, and the new norm, as they're calling it, and it'll probably stay with us for quite some time.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's gonna for a while, and people are gonna change the way they operate and what they do. And but you're right, you do. You got hand sanitizers, mandatory masks. I saw somebody walking around handing out new masks to everybody this morning on your crew, which I think is phenomenal. Everybody's really trying to do their part and do what's right. You know, other than the guys that are working, they have to be close. There's no other way to do some of this stuff. And when you're playing with 50, 60, 70,000 pounds, bottom line is it's safety first that way as well.
Right, yeah. So that is true. We all can't be 6 foot apart. They do need to work in close proximity on some of these parts. But once we get inside and start doing the work inside, then those protocols will go back into place. And keep the distance. We'll limit the number of people. Like today down in the pit, you know, really all we're allowing is the rigging crew.
Okay.
Because they're all together. They're a crew out of New Jersey, Ferraro Construction.
Good.
And so one of the, not concessions, but one of the protocols was that they get the site.
Yeah.
Within the footprint of the building. So anybody that you see down in there right now, that's all with the rigging crew.
It is. Okay.
They get that area because they all know where they came from. They've all been, you know, I can't say they've been tested. They haven't been in all cases.
Right.
But again, they all know each other. They've been with each other.
They go job to job. They're working together all the time. Yeah, for sure. Well, listen, you know, work like this still has to happen. Hospitals still need to treat people, and you know, to me, it's no different than healthcare workers that are out there too. Like these people they're trying to get stuff up so they can treat people, and they're putting they volunteer to be here. This isn't the military, so I think it's great.
No, they you know, I'm not going to tell you that we didn't have one or two that didn't want to come to the site.
Yeah, sure.
It's true, and that's totally acceptable and understandable.
Yeah.
But again, everybody that you see here is here because they want to work, they want to keep working, they want to get this project done.
Right.
They all knew what the use was going to be. So other than you know, a little stoppage there to set protocols, we've been working straight through.
Yeah, love it.
And even some extra time just to get the schedule sped up.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, even the guys at MODLOGIQ, they wound up. New to me.
We're back. Well, you know, one of the things, John, that we're struggling with is everybody's at home using Wi-Fi. They're all communicating through Zoom now. So, yeah, here we are. Look, John, there we are. We got a bunch of comments going in there. Jennifer, Anastasia, Brent. It'll probably update even more. So,
excellent.
All right. So that's just one of the things with live streaming, and you know, this is fairly new technology to people that aren't like news people with $100,000 budgets.
I'm counting on you.
Yeah. So, but you know, with everybody at home and all that, they even warned us. I had to drop our bit rate. I'm going to talk out of your league on this stuff, but we were last night up till 1 o'clock because we couldn't get the feed because we're down in a very congested area.
Yeah.
And it's different here, so we had to spend a lot of time adjusting. But I think our 4 o'clock feed is going to be amazing.
Should. I mean, again, the modules should all be set by then. We'll take you for a walk through, you know, take the outside, take a look at that.
Right.
Bring you inside, get you, you know, take a look there. And
yeah.
Again, see the level of completion that these buildings are brought out to.
For sure.
You'll be able to get into a couple of the exam rooms, see those. You'll see the big area in the center, which is the nurses' station.
Right. Yeah.
So basically the layout of the building is from about that corner coming down here and around. These are all the exam rooms here. That end of the building is more of the mechanical aspect of the buildings. That's where all the utilities are going to come in. And then in the center of the building is the nurses' station, and running right down this path, you can see as that module is open there, that's the connection right into the main facility.
Right.
So there'll be an exterior door here, long corridor. You can break off into the pediatric ward.
Sure. All right, well, they're getting ready to pull this set. Let's see how long we've been going for. Does it say, David?
We've been going for...
That's all right.
About 28
28 minutes?
Yeah,
so they're gonna set this
10 minutes to
about
set
10
this,
minutes.
yeah.
Well, you know what? Here's the deal, everybody. We're gonna let the live feed run so we can show this. You can see over there they're welding. I don't know if you can pick any of that up. You'll see now he just put his helmet up, of course, but you'll be able to see the flash of them welding and getting everything ready. They're picking up the rigging crew to actually lift these. So let's see if we can make it through. Let's see if we can keep this live feed going just a little bit longer. And hear me now, we will be back here at 4 o'clock. I think we worked through some of our technical issues out here and getting our signal right. First time, but we're gonna be live at 4 o'clock today. We're gonna be live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Yep.
And then we're going to be live and we're gonna show you the whole project at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Yep.
So barring weather, we're gonna walk the whole exterior and we can walk through the interior, right?
We'll be able to show you the full building inside, exactly.
Right. Yeah. So, John, tell me just from your experience, what do you love about modular volumetric? Because did you always do modular volumetric building?
This is all I've done.
All you've done?
35 plus years
in
the modular industry. Everything just has evolved from wood frame singles and doubles and triples to ultimately getting into this permanent modular and really now specializing in healthcare. Permanent multi-story buildings. So again, having Axis, the whole team, we're able to really go after projects like this. Some projects are a fit for off-site and some aren't, and we look at it both ways. If I see a fit, or if the owner of the company, Ralph, sees a fit, we'll present it to the client as an alternative delivery method.
Right.
Usually when they see the schedule savings that we can give them, and in this case, if we were to start, you see the foundation now. Now picture if we were to start hanging steel this week to start building a conventional building. We projected that this building would be done more towards the winter, towards the end of the year.
Right.
So we'll be able to get this facility up and running for them, patients in, let's say, by the 4th of July.
Wow.
So if we can get our DOH inspections, they're a little backed up right now, as you can imagine. But again, that's the plan. So they'll be able to start treating in this building 4th of July.
That's amazing.
So so the whole process, to me, these are the best days. The whole project is, because the amazement that the client will see and everything that led up to getting to this point today.
Right.
They don't quite understand. They know it's quick. They know it's built off-site. Sometimes they go out to the factory to take a look at it.
Right.
But today, at 2, 3 o'clock, when they have half a building here and they see what it is, and then tomorrow full building, everybody's a believer at that point.
Yeah,
you just can't deny it. It's a tried and true system.
Yeah. It really is. I mean, listen, I've been doing modular more on the residential side for 20 years and light commercial. This is not light commercial. And, I have to tell you, this is by far just out of this world amazing, and even the complexity of what you're building is super, super powerful. Who we got here?
This is Len Ferraro.
Hey, Len.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
What's going on, man? What's happening?
Well, we're
Tell you what, you just hold that and tell us what we're doing right now.
right now we're changing out the rigging for an 8-point pick. That was a 6, and we're going to be landing this next modular here and moving with the next one.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this, then?
Since 1996.
1996.
Yes.
Awesome. You still get excited on set days?
This is the best day of the year.
That's what I just
It
thought.
is, right?
That's exactly
It really
what I
is.
thought.
Best day of the year, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
So we're gonna get you on some film later. We're gonna walk through. We're gonna talk about some of this stuff, right?
Okay, very good, very good.
All
no
right.
problem.
So
We're here to do it.
you guys are doing a great job. Really
Thank you.
keep it up.
We will continue working for a great company, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Hey, that's always a bonus when you like who you work for, huh?
Absolutely.
I mean, even myself, I'm lucky I like myself with this Dave Cooper Live stuff, right?
I'm lucky I like this guy.
I know, it's
Right.
been a long time.
Yeah.
98 I I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, this is not a job for rookies.
Nah.
No.
I mean, this is big stuff. You're not going to figure this one out without a big chunk out of your pocketbook if you're trying to figure it out.
No.
Right?
Liability here.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
And when it comes to this kind of set, you know, I always go to Lenny and his company, Ferraro.
We still live over there. It looks like
It might have died again. Don't
so.
know.
It'll restream back up. Up there if you want to show people out in social media land. Yeah, we're getting a little buffer in here and there, but
We're live.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying.
Yeah. So we're still live. So there you go. Which is great. I think when all this COVID stuff's past us and people are back to doing their regular jobs, and we can get a stronger stream, and
It'll be a lot nicer to work that way, that's for sure. So Lenny, what kind of rig you got there now?
That's the 8-point.
this is an 8-point connector.
That's an 8-point pick connection.
Yeah.
We use the chain falls to adjust all the pick points in the center because those angles and lengths are going to be different for each module.
Okay.
So we use the chain falls so that we can make an adjustment with tension, and then we're good to go. We take it. We don't let the box deflect any more than it should.
Right.
Otherwise, you break finishes inside. So that's why we have the chain falls on there.
Perfect. And that's what he's grabbing now.
Yeah, and that box is probably 65,000 pounds.
65,000.
Yeah, 41 feet long, 65,000 pounds.
Got it. So what size crane are we using here today?
This crane is a 1350, I believe.
It's a 250.
250.
250.
Yep.
250?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
full
they had to bring
counterweight.
2 trucks of counterweights in, or maybe 3. I think I saw. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's full counterweights.
Full counterweights.
Yep.
Full counterweight.
Yeah. All right. Guys are all tied off for safety. I love it.
All tied off for safety. Safety orientation every morning for each day because
Right.
there's some tasks that are different. But other than that, safety's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the one guy I forgot to mention before from Axis. We do have our site safety officer here as well. He comes out to all the sites. He checks out all of their certificates, their plan. They do the toolbox talk in the morning, safety plan, the muster plan. So, you know, we try to run a very tight, clean, you know, operation.
Right.
So.
Perfect.
They're almost there.
All right, David. They're gonna pick this and then set it. And I think once this gets over there, we'll put her down and we'll end this live feed and come back.
No, nothing like that. I got to give you the link. I'll send it to Laura. I should have given that to her.
Oh, she could be watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it up to
It's on. There you go.
What is it, a live stream?
Yeah. So watch what you say.
No, I know.
Drop that down so you don't have to hold it up. We'll get out there in Facebook land. When you start turning and doing that, we'll get everybody all. It's like a roller coaster at DaveCooper.live here on site. But there's a lot going on.
They like the perspective.
Good. Chris Stuck watching from MODLOGIQ, Holland, PA. Let's see if we can get a couple of things out here.
Yeah, who do you got there?
Anastasia Lee, this is so neat, very cool. Hearing and seeing everything in action. I look forward to the rest of these live showings. Well, thank you, Anastasia, if you're still listening. Brent Duchette.
Yep, Brent's with Axis.
Congratulations to Axis Construction. There's a lot. Hold on. Kaylee, beautiful weather for a productive day. Kaylee Werner. Jennifer Crocus. Len Ferrero changing out. She's just kind of picking up what you changing out the rigging for the next pick. Set day is the best day of the year. You're getting quoted, Len.
Look
Listen,
at
you go big time. Like I don't know how to be a manager, but you just looked me up. Yeah.
I gotta get it up to my wife now.
Right. You know, I wish the streams would update faster.
Is it YouTube?
Yeah, I'll send you.
No,
the link.
this one's
I'll
just
send
on
you the link.
LinkedIn. I canceled the
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
4 o'clock will be on YouTube, definitely.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll tell her
Yeah.
to look for it.
Yeah, we were just having some connection issues, so I canceled one of the connections just to get us
How many
running.
people are in the air now with the COVID, like you said? Everybody's on the internet.
Well,
Everybody's on the internet right now, right? All right, so listen, if you can hear me out there, we're getting ready to lift this last module. Right now, they're just tightening up the tension to get the balance of the load proper. Is exactly what they're doing, and they're going to lift this module and put it in place here in short order, I guess.
As soon as they're snug, we're going.
That's what John hopes. It's in short order.
yeah, no. John hopes it goes real
Right.
quick.
Yeah.
Going airborne.
All right, so let's just hold on the module there,
Yeah.
and then we'll go airborne, and
No, you
you
know
guys
the first
can
one.
watch how this gets put into place.
See, everything's pulled apart, so that's good. You have nothing binding. Looks good.
All right, so they're tightening them up, John. How cool is this? When was the last time you ever took the whole audience live on one of your sets?
Never.
Never?
Never live.
I have never taken any of your audience live on a set either, so this is a first for both of us.
Exactly. Nah, I think it's great. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming down and, doing this.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have a good couple more. If you're watching, we got a little bit of a late start, but we had a couple things running, right? They were setting up
Yeah.
still. We wanted to get the mods in the air. And then, of course, it's Murphy's Law. Things just don't go as planned when you're in the field. It's easy
Yeah.
when you're hardwired somewhere in a hotel, but when you get out here in the real
A
world,
little different.
it's a little different.
But we're good to go. This will all go pretty smooth here on
Yeah.
out. They've got this one just about ready to go.
Right, right.
Should be flying that one over in a minute or so. Just get the guys off the roof there. But all is good. Can't complain.
That's it. Yeah, they're
We'll
coming down
make
now.
up some time, on this now.
Right, right. So tell me, what's the height of these modules?
So from the bottom of the steel to the top of the roof beam there is approximately about 12 foot 8.
12 foot 8, yeah.
Yeah, so we shipped under 15 foot.
Right, right.
Some of them were as high as I think 14.8 on the carrier.
Sure.
So, but we try to keep there because otherwise, once you start
Bridge
getting
heights and
much
all
over
that.
that,
Yeah.
then you have to get different routing procedures done, certified routes. It just adds
Right.
cost and time.
Yeah. So so all these modules, what is the width and length? There's some different lengths, I guess, but the width's all pretty much the same? They vary
Roughly,
all?
they all vary. There's some that are as narrow as maybe 10 foot and change to 14.10.
Okay.
For the most part, they're all about 13 and a half foot wide.
Yep.
And then the lengths are ranging anywhere from about 27 to 41 feet.
Got it, yeah.
So, but that was, again, just more to get the layout of the building that they wanted within modules. So
Right.
what the design team originally had done was they did a floor plan of what they wanted.
Yep.
We then took that and overlaid our grid. MODLOGIQ overlaid the grid of how we wanted to break it up into modules to try and capture as much in the four walls as possible.
Yeah.
Worked with the design team. They agreed to move certain walls or maybe move a room from one location to another, flip-flop things, so that we could really capture a lot within each module.
Right.
And again, you'll start to see that with the ones that'll be coming in, especially on the end of the building. So all the exam rooms are 100% done.
Right.
Right down to flooring, ceiling, like I said, the medical gas systems.
Yeah.
So it just worked out really well. And that's the important thing, is to have the whole team needs to embrace the concept, needs to work together, and the engineering firm, the architectural firm, the hospital, everybody on this work together, and that's what is really that's why the building is coming out to such a high level of finish. Without that teamwork and without that collaboration, you'd never get it done.
That's right. That's
it
right.
would come out 60% complete.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what it is. You know, you got to have the right team in place to have a successful project, construction or other. All right, so they're going to get ready to pop this one up in the air. So just so everybody knows, so Dave, shoot over there for just 1 second where those guys are. So they're starting in that corner there, and what they're doing is kind of put the next module, I think, where the guys are sitting. That guy's leaning against the wall.
Up against the wall. Actually, that'll go tight up there. Yep.
Right, tight against the wall. And then you're just going to work your way back towards us.
Correct.
And, you know, from really the rear to the front. Keep it going. All right, perfect. So here we go.
There we go.
It's almost unbelievable you can lift that much weight.
Yeah, we've done a bit heavier on some of the sets. We've actually used a 600-ton crane.
Wow.
A lot of that, not so much for the weight, but because of the reach that we have to get. A few years back, we did a project for CUNY, for Lehman College in the Bronx.
Okay.
And the site logistics were just, it was a postage stamp of a site. We wound up picking the modules from across a city street, from a parking lot on the other side, over trees, onto the campus, and then ultimately onto the foundation. The boom, I think, if I remember correctly, was out about 278 feet on that. But, you know, again, the harder the job, the more we seem to like it.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what it is. That's where the reward comes in. All right, so we got two linemen on both sides, right? Kind of controlling the flow of the module so it doesn't start spinning.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
This is our project manager, Johnny.
Okay, good.
I gotta say, I love the team over at MODLOGIQ. I do. I called them up. We had a little bit of a challenge, and they took care of it right away.
But we're live right now, so be nice.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they are good, right?
Yep, they're
good.
absolutely amazing.
Jimmy, I'm Dave. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Johnny.
Or did I say Johnny?
Dave Cooper.
Johnny. Yeah, Johnny. Dave Toolin back there behind the camera, filming all this. We are live right now, so everybody's kind of tuning in and listening. We'll have to find some recharging locations after this one, huh?
Yeah, we'll put you in the office trailer. We'll get you fully charged up for this afternoon. But right now, like I said, all is good. It seems to be going well.
It really is. I've never been on a perfect job site ever.
Nah.
When you find it, let me know.
There's always little challenges here and there. You just work through them.
Right.
And that's why it's important for to get the right team. So, having this rigging crew work with our people, it just takes a lot of the angst out of it. Oh, look at that. There we go. Looks pretty good.
Can I get it?
So, yeah.
Chris Stuck, MODLOGIQ, PA. Let's see. A little buffering going on here.
Takes a little bit of time to catch up.
Yeah, it definitely does. There's definitely delay in the live feed.
Hey, what's up, Ed?
Yeah.
How are you? Yeah, go.
I saw the
No problem.
early videos from Ken.
Okay.
Yeah.
These ones we're still
We're
filming.
still doing live. If you want to get in, Ed is the architect on the project.
Right.
You can grab
Okay.
him later.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, but Ed is a big believer and proponent of modular. I've
Yeah.
done work with him probably over the last 15 years or so.
All right.
So after the first one goes in, these all go in relatively smooth and a bit quicker than the first one
Right.
because everything feeds off of that first module.
Okay.
So they'll be able to get this down into place fairly quick and then move on to the third one and so on.
All right. I think LinkedIn said they had enough of us.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, it says sit tight, be right back.
Does it?
Yeah. There it's
You're back.
We're back. I think we need, as we're doing this, and I know I'm Mike, but we gotta have. I think when that needs refreshed every once in a while, and if we hook it up in the office, it might be a little better.
What's up?
Yeah,
Come and say hello.
It's a perfect day though.
it is.
The sky looks nice, all the colors are everything's
Yeah.
Did you meet Dave before?
Not yet.
Dave
Hi, I'm
Cooper,
Dave.
Caroline Casagrande. She's our assistant project manager on the job.
Awesome. Are we gonna talk later?
Yes.
Let me come over here. All right, you're stuck now. We're live still.
Oh no.
We're on. I think we're still live.
You never know. Pretend you are, just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah. It'll come back up. We've been buffering. We've been live. There it is. So we'll catch up in a minute. So we've been live for a while. All right, Caroline, right?
That's correct.
All right, Caroline, tell us a little bit about what you do. Other than you have like the coolest hard hat of anybody out here.
Thank you. I love it too. What do? I basically assist whatever needs to be done between Johnny, who's the PM, Jeff Scott, who's the senior PM, John Bongiorno, who is our modular guy. Anything they need between facilitating conversations and emails and so on and so forth with our design team, whether it's the architects or the engineers, structural and all that good stuff as well. I also speak fairly regularly with the people from Catholic Health Services.
Right.
It's more than
Good Samaritan
that. You
Hospital.
handle all the submittals, the RFIs,
and
getting all of the contracts put
So,
together.
yeah.
There's a lot more. She's making it sound like
You're the reason it
she's-
comes together. And
Exactly.
You're just being modest. Is that what I'm hearing?
Without
I'm a little shy.
without our assistant project managers, it would be next to impossible to keep up with these projects.
Right.
The submittal process, RFI process.
Yeah, with a
Just
modular
tracking that.
project, there's so many submittals and RFIs between the modular company, the design team, and then our subs. So
Right.
there's like double of everything, and then you have to coordinate them and make sure that everybody's communicating and otherwise dead in the water.
So you're the glue then. You're the one that's
She
making
is.
it all come together and
You
happen.
can say it.
I wouldn't say that.
Huh?
I'd say it's a good team effort. Everybody works really hard and everybody
yeah.
does a really good job, I think.
For sure. So I mean I love it. So I mean there's not a whole lot of women out here. So you're out here doing this, and I do a whole segment on women in housing.
Uh-huh.
I have to say I think it's the most amazing thing, and I just give you so much credit and way to go. You love
Thank
it?
you.
How long you
I
been
do.
doing it?
I love it. I've been working construction for about 10 years, but I've been with Axis about 2.
Okay.
And this is my second modular project, and I love modular work. It's so much fun, and it's a lot of integral parts going together to coordinate and make a finished product.
Sure.
So I love it.
Well, we're gonna do a walkthrough at 4.
Yeah.
You know, of the unit. So hopefully you're around. We're gonna do some regular videos as well. Hopefully you can join us for that. I think it'd be great to not only talk about what you're doing here, but tell a little bit about your story, because I always say the more women we have in this business, the further, faster we will go.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. So let's finish watching them get this module down. It looks like it is tight. Yeah, and we got the next one coming in on the left side over here. Perfect. Getting a little bit of dust storm. They're going to have to clean that a little bit. That's all right. It's amazing. So where does everybody live? How about you? Are you from this area? You live in Homington? Huntington?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
John, you're
I'm
you're
up
the
in
other side of the
Westchester
Hudson,
County.
right?
I'm the crazy guy that drives out onto the island just about every day.
Yeah.
Because you love us so much.
True.
Didn't sound convincing.
You know what? If you're driving out here getting to play with big Lego sets and erector sets,
Well,
it's a lot
that's the
more fun
nice
than...
part. I mean, we do get to bounce around to the job, so it's
Right.
not every day in the office.
Sure. Mike Doonan, cool to see this set day live. Do you know Mike Doonan? Doonan. I saw John from Axis present at the World of Modular in March.
Oh boy.
Oh, you were down?
Oh yeah.
I didn't see you down there. All right, good.
No, that's a big event. MBI and World of Modular, that's a great organization. I've been a member now of MBI for about 9-10 years. I've been on the board of directors the last year or so. So, you know, you were down at World of Modular, I believe.
Yeah, I was.
And
Yeah,
you just see we were lucky. We got it in just before everything kind of shut down.
Yeah.
And, you know, the event was great. I think we had over 850 attendees.
Right.
Got all the workshops in. There was the exhibit hall. So,
Yeah, the workshops were really, really good.
yeah, I had done actually a presentation with Jim Gabriel of MODLOGIQ down there on
Sure.
healthcare modular
Okay.
construction. And that actually is led now. We're working on a couple of prototype projects
Right.
that have developed from meeting some people down at World of Modular.
Okay.
So it's really worked out well. And another few weeks, we're probably going to roll that out. So, you know, we'll get that to you so you can take a look at it.
Love it. Love it. All right. Almost there. What do they got going on there now? Just getting it all...
Yeah.
Moving some rebar?
Unfortunately, one of the challenges on this job is you see all that rebar coming
Yep.
up out of the foundation there. We actually have to go back after the module is set and pour a brick shelf there.
Right.
And it wasn't the ideal having all the rebar there, but
What do you do?
from code perspective and getting it done right, you need to have it coming up out of the grade beam. Unfortunately, a couple of them are in the way, so it looks like they're having to push them and bang them out
Yeah.
so we can get the module down into place. Then they'll bend it back in, and then, you know, later
pour
on,
the-
you know, we'll pour the
beam,
brick
yeah.
shelf.
Yeah.
How are we looking on the easy line as far as battery? On the back side.
Yeah, we've been going for a while, huh?
Yeah, probably about an hour.
Yeah, we're getting down to the end on that. Well, we got about 2 bars left, so... Yeah, I mean, getting an hour live stream in the field.
Hey, it's a beautiful day.
It
We're
is a beautiful
outside,
day.
So
I'm going to have this beautiful suntan line around my
I know,
face,
right?
right? It's all right. It's a statement. It's a statement. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's give him a minute. He's coming out. Let's see if they get that down. We want to make sure we get our live stream ended. I'm going to go over here for a minute. All right. So let's finish it up here. I got about 1% left on that. So, I mean, that's really it. John, we're going to be back here at 4 o'clock, right?
Yep.
So both of you, I know you don't have a mic on, so we will see both you at 4. And that's a wrap. So I'm Dave Cooper, davecooper.live. Tune back in at 4 o'clock. We will see you then. Axis Construction, MODLOGIQ, Good Samaritan Hospital, West Islip.